Hello everyone and welcome back to my skin journey. I've got the questions on my phone that I put up on my Instagram that a few of you have asked and want to know. So I did a bit of a Q&A, one of my first ones. So I've got them written down on my phone. This is just going to be a chat, obviously me explaining to you guys what I went through in regards to my skin and how it's making me feel now, and basically just answer the questions. So let's start. So question number one is, what cleared your skin? So if you've seen my video, my first video that I put up, it was all about my skin right from the start of when it was really bad right until the end, till about now. So I went on a course of Roaccutane, which is also known as isotretinoin. So this is a really strong course of, it's not antibiotics, it's basically an overdose of vitamin A, which controls the oils within your skin. It's quite a hard drug to go on. That video that I put up on my YouTube is very much in detail all about that. So if you do want to go and see more about that, then I'll pop a link just below here so you can go visit it. So question number two, did Roaccutane completely clear your skin? Now, there are different stages of Roaccutane, but finishing the whole course, I do have to say that my skin has never been this good ever in all my entire life. You know, I tried things when I was younger, when I was going through teenage age, and you know, when you hit 22, 21 and you're still suffering, and then when you hit 27 and you're still suffering, I knew that it was like I had to do something about it basically. So I tried everything and it just didn't work. But you know, I occasionally get the one spot when, you know, due for a period, or I've been sweating and I haven't had a shower quick enough and I get a little sweat spot, but they're literally nothing at all to what I was having. So yeah, to answer your question, Roaccutane did definitely clear my skin up. It's given me a whole new life. I'm so much more happy and content with my life. And you know, some people might look at it and think, oh, you know, it's only your skin, but when it's your face and you did everything in your possible power to make sure that you had good skin and nothing worked, it was coming from within because of an imbalance of hormones, then you know that there's something not right. So number three, best makeup to use to cover the acne without accelerating the acne. Now this is a hard one because when I was really suffering really bad whilst I was on the course of Roaccutane, personally, what I used on my skin was a light concealer, and then I would use a matte base because your skin is still going through so many stages throughout being on this course. 1 minute it's oily, 1 minute it's really dry, so it's difficult to try and find a good balance. But I use Revolution foundation because I just thought at the time of me going through the course, I'm not willing to spend so much money like I usually did before on foundations, when really, you know, it's going to waste. I'm only going to wear it for a couple of hours and then wash it off. But the Revolution matte base was one that if I was having a really oily day, because you'd have to lather up so much with moisturiser whilst you're on these tablets because your skin is dry, you want it to level out. So the matte base worked really well for me, and I would still use my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless foundation on and off, again ending obviously on what the occasion is. But I would recommend not really going to the nth degree of buying such a expensive foundation if you're going to go on this course, because your skin is very, one day, like I said, 1 minute it's oily, the next minute it's dry, 1 minute it's red and there's not much you can do. So you just got to bear with it and see what works for you. So number four, best product for scarring. Now this I've only really discovered the past sort of 4 weeks. But before I talk about the product for scarring, I will say that going on Roaccutane, the aftermath of going on it, once it starts to come out your system, helps so much with scarring if you do go on that course of tablets. That is one of the side effects to them after the aftermath, is that it does help reduce the redness and it reduces all the purpleness that's around there and just generally the scarring. But I have found a new love for the Ordinary products, and this little baby is the organic cold pressed rose hip seed oil. I'm not sure if you can see that. So I use this every single night without fail and have done for the last 4 weeks. on my skin, on the areas where my scars are, and I'll put up a before and after photo so you can see. But this honestly is the best product that I've ever used. I mean, sometimes if I've got a spot, I'll just pop it on and the next morning it's gone, so it is fantastic. I have really patchy red skin. What can help with this after I have spots? So similar to the scarring question, I suppose, because everyone's different in terms of how their skin leaves them after they've had a spot. But I probably would recommend using a very light exfoliator on that area daily, and just keep on going with it and see how you go on with that. So lastly, number 6 says, what is your daily skincare routine, morning and night? Okay, so I have actually recently found an amazing product for me that is working lovely for me, just for a daily wash and an evening wash, and I'll talk you through it. So this is a new product from Neutrogena. I'll show you, see that, Neutrogena, and it's the Clear and Smooth Mousse Cleanser. So as you can see, it's a liquid, but when you pump it out, I'll pump some out for you. You can see it's a foam, and this actually has got turmeric in it. So to smell, it's really fresh and it's so light. It's you know, it's not heavy on your skin. I use that in the morning. If I've got I'm wearing makeup now, in the evening I'll use a deeper exfoliating scrub, which is still the same by Neutrogena. I haven't got it with me, but it's an daily exfoliator. So if I've got a lot of makeup on and I really want to make sure that I'm getting it off properly, then I'll use that. But I always use this in the morning. So honestly, it smells divine. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And then as soon as after I've done that, I use the Clear and Soothe, the same again by Neutrogena. This is the toning mist. So this is, just see, toning mist, and this literally, you just, I mean, you can spray it on day. It's a bit like a calmer, so you just spray it on and then leave it to set. You can do it with makeup on or without, and it just refreshes and calms any stressed skin that you've got. So I really recommend that. It's very refreshing. And then following on from that, I always use a micellar water, but Garnier have recently brought out the rose water. So I bought this recently and tried that out, and that is just really refreshing. Rose is actually really good for your skin to calm any redness, so I always use this after I've washed my face, just to make sure that all the makeup is off, but I do it morning and night. Following on from that, depending on what day that I'm having or whatever, I use 2 different moisturisers. So I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which it is absolutely incredible. I've actually never used a moisturiser like it. Or following on from the skincare for the Neutrogena, I have actually bought the Clear and Smooth moisturiser. Now this is literally a dream, because it's like a gel, so it's not a thick moisturiser like the Charlotte Tilbury, but that has got more benefits to it than this has. So, but if you wanted a light moisturiser base, then I would most definitely go for something that's more of a gel rather than a deep cream. If I was going out on a night out, or I was really applying good makeup, then I would use the Charlotte Tilbury. But if it's every day at home currently, as we are in isolation, then I would definitely go for the Clear and Smooth Neutrogena. Morning and evening, I always use the hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. Now this, oh god, I just absolutely love this. It's almost like, it's not a moisturiser, but it's almost sets your skin to be moisturised. So basically, it hydrates your skin, almost prepares your skin for your moisturiser to be applied. It's light, and it's the best thing. Honestly, it's the best thing I've used. Like I discussed previously with the rosehip seed oil, once I've applied my moisturiser and the hyaluronic acid, I always go ahead with this, just on the areas that I feel need doing the most. I really recommend that. If you're going to spend your money on something, if you're struggling with scarring or redness, then I most definitely would apply that just once every night before you go to bed. And then once a week, or maybe twice a week, depending on how you feel, I use the Ordinary peeling solution. Now this if some of you have seen on my Instagram, it comes out bright red. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. It feels a little bit a bit stingy when you first put it on, and it does say do not leave on for more than 10 minutes, and I would recommend not leaving it on for more than 10 minutes, but because it is so red, afterwards, if you don't wash it off properly, it will leave your skin red. But this, I swear by. Any small, tiny, you know, lumps and bumps that you've got in any areas, you know, if you work out like me, and you left a bit of, you know, sweat here or whatever, and it's just from where your pores have opened up. I sometimes get it along my jawline here, so I use this, and just the little bumps here, literally, and I just move it down my neck, and it's amazing. It's basically a 10-minute exfoliating facial. That's basically what it is. So it's a liquid, so when you put it on you think this is an exfoliate my skin, but what it does to your skin once it's setting, it feels like it's got something in it, so that's a must, most definite must. I mean, I feel extremely overwhelmed that now I wake up in the morning and I don't have to worry about, you know, covering up my spots and things like that, because it was awful. It was, you know, traumatizing for me to go through it. As some of you know, I'm such a people's person, and it was starting to affect how my everyday life, finding things like The Ordinary. I mean, I've never used anything like the hyaluronic acid on my face before, and it's just the results are like instant, and that is honest to God, you need to try it if you haven't already. So just give things a chance, give things a go and see how you go, but that's what I use on my skin, so I hope you've enjoyed. And if you like this video, then please go ahead, give me a like and share. So thank you.